Greg Brockhouse releases a list of new promises he says he'll enact if elected San Antonio's mayor. Trinity University rejects students' request to remove Chick-fil-A. And A&amp San Antonio celebrates 10 years. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Tuesday, May 14th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. Mayoral hopeful Greg Brockhouse has released a list of 7 measures to address property tax reform he says he would pursue in his first 90 days if elected to the city's top post in the June 8th special election. Among other items, Monday, Brockhouse promised to include a meaningful cut of the property tax rate in the city's upcoming budget and to also pursue a citywide homestead exemption. Brockhouse says the platform items are the first of several proposals that will collectively make up a guide to the measures he will seek in his first months as mayor. He calls Action Plan SA. In response to Brockhouse's Monday release, Mayor Ron Nierberg's campaign dismissed the plan as political rhetoric couched as policy, speculating that once Brockhouse, quote, mortgages the city's future to pay off his puppet masters from the 2 public safety unions, there won't be any money left over for basic services or Monday's new proposals. While roughly 1 in 4 households in San Antonio don't have an internet subscription, giving the area the 14th worst rate in the nation for cities with 100,000 households or more. That's a ranking Alamo City officials are working to change. In July 2015, former Mayor Julian Castro, then Housing and Urban Development Secretary, launched Connect Home, a partnership of the federal government, local housing authorities, and the private sector to make sure families in public housing can access high-speed internet. San Antonio was then chosen as one of the 28 communities to be part of the program that has since been described as Castro's signature achievement during his time as HUD secretary. Now, almost 4 years later, Connect Home has expanded to dozens of communities across the nation, and experts say San Antonio has emerged as a model, as one of the only housing authorities in the country with a full-time staffer dedicated solely to bridging the digital divide. San Antonio's program is expected to operate on roughly $300,000 this year, the majority of which comes from the private sector, such as grants from Google and Wells Fargo. In the digital era, San Antonians who lack access to the internet go without a now basic amenity needed to apply for jobs, finish homework, and access health care. The city's housing authority also estimates 1 in 6 San Antonio households don't have a computer, something now critical to build resumes, apply for college, and participate in the economy. But as of this spring, roughly 2,000 residents at 30 Housing Authority apartment complexes have already gone through the group's 16-hour basic training, with more than 890 of them earning a free computer and almost 830 having received free Wi-Fi through hotspots or the San Antonio Housing Authority's own network. Trinity University says it will keep Chick-fil-A in its food court, despite objections from the Student Government Association. In a resolution passed unanimously on May 1st, the Student Government Association had asked the administration to remove Chick-fil-A from the twice-monthly rotation of restaurants served at Revolve, a food station in the Commons Food Court, noting that Trinity's values of diversity and inclusion and Chick-fil-A's values regarding the LGBT+ community are mutually exclusive. But Friday, administrators told students via email that the university does not make vendor decisions based on their political or religious beliefs, and noted that based on utilization, variety of options, vendor performance, and campus-wide feedback, Chick-fil-A appears to be a preferred vendor by students and the broader Trinity community. while a university spokesperson says Aramark, the university's food service vendor that contracts with Chick-fil-A, will take the student feedback into consideration as part of its annual review of food services. The administration will not recommend removing Chick-fil-A, and it alone will have the final say whether the fast food restaurant would ever be removed in the future. Student government resolutions are non-binding and used by students to formally recommend or request action by administrators. The debate over Chick-fil-A's place on Trinity's campus came after the City Council's decision to remove the company from an airport concessions contract. And Monday, while Texas A&M University San Antonio celebrated 10 years as a standalone university, the school also announced a $1 million gift and broke ground on a new academic and administration building. The work to create the school stretched back more than a decade earlier. On May 13, 2009, then-Governor Rick Perry signed Senate Bill 629, which designated A&M San Antonio as a standalone university. The school only admitted upperclassmen until 2016, when it then welcomed its first freshman cohort, and now has nearly 6,700 students and about 10,000 alumni. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Tuesday, May 14th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.